Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dragon Talk. Hooray. We are here with our very, very wonderful special guests, Ethan Holt and Brett Holt.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming here. So, Ethan, how old are you now?
12.
12? Did
Yeah.
you just have a birthday?
Yeah.
So you just turned 12?
Yeah.
You were 11 when all this happened?
Yeah.
Wow, it's even more impressive now.
Happy birthday, Ethan.
Happy birthday, Ethan.
Did you get anything cool for your birthday?
D&D.
Oh yeah.
D&D.
What D&D did you get for your birthday?
Let's see. Lowell's Guide to Monsters.
Nice. That's a really
Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
good one. Excellent.
Some more D&D. I forgot what type of cards, but
Oh, cool.
Spell
Like spell
cards?
cards, maybe.
yeah. And then I got the D&D. Let's see. I got the D&D. The cards, but they're magic cards.
Oh.
Oh, very nice. Those are cool. Those are collector's items.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Nice. Good
That's
haul.
awesome. I saw a picture of you on Twitter standing behind your enormous display of Dungeons and Dragons products.
Yes.
Like you had to use a special the fishbowl lens to capture all of this.
We didn't have a kitchen table for 2 days because he took it over with that stuff. We have to keep this up.
Quite amazing.
So, Shelley, why do we have these wonderful
Why do we have
guests?
these wonderful people here
Yeah.
to talk about their awesome D&D collection? So, correct me if I'm wrong, Ethan, but I do believe a video of you giving a presentation went around Twitter in which you, as a sixth grader,
Yeah.
your assignment was to do a enormous paper, like 1,800 words or something,
Yes. Exactly.
and a presentation
Yes.
about something you're passionate about.
Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons.
And the teacher didn't say everybody has to do a presentation on Dungeons and Dragons. You said, something I'm passionate about, D&D.
Yeah.
So-
Everybody chose different stuff.
What else did people choose? I'm just curious.
Someone did cake like cake decorating,
Oh.
display food.
What? These are all sixth graders?
Yeah. Someone also did I guess fashion.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
That is really cool.
So, first of all, we think that's a lot of work for sixth grade. I mean, it kind of sounds like college.
Yeah.
At least my college. It was a very liberal arts college, and I was a theater major. So
Nice.
that's kind of way more work than I ever had to do in college. But watching your presentation, I just loved it. And I told Kate earlier, I confess, I might have gotten a little misty-eyed.
Yeah.
Because you nailed it. Everything that we love about D&D, everything that we say D&D is about and what it should be about, you captured all of it. But your command of the room was like you just got up there. I don't know what you're like in real life. I'm getting a sense of that. But when you were up in front of the class, you were like, D&D, here's my key selling point. Here's this. Can anyone tell me the answer to that? Yes. Sophie, yes. What was that? Great. Yes, great answer.
Incredible.
You in the back. Hunter, what was that? I'm like, who is this kid? Like, you were just oozing charisma and confidence. And like, are you always like that? Or was it just you were excited about talking about D&D?
I was excited about talking about D&D.
Because you were amazing. Like, you can tell your classmates were all like, yes, we are in. We get this. We're excited. Do any of them play D&D? Had they known about D&D before your presentation?
Well, no one really had, I guess, known about it, or no one really knew a whole bunch of rules at the start of the year, but then that's kind of when I started playing D&D with 2 other people in my class.
Oh, okay.
And so that's when I started making a map and bigger, I guess, and some people kind of learned a little bit about that during that time, but then I guess people learned a lot during my presentation.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Ethan, let's go back. Let's go back in time. Tell
Way back
Tell me what got you into Dungeons and Dragons.
What got me in was, well, at first I got the starter kit.
Nice.
I didn't really know what Dungeons and Dragons was at all.
How old were you?
Maybe 10.
10?
So
okay.
this is like
Way
way
back.
back.
Nice.
Like at least
ages
11
ago.
months.
Yeah. Okay, so you're a relatively new D&D fan, and you started with the starter set.
Yeah.
And did your dad run the game, or did you run the game?
Actually, I didn't really start until maybe last.
so-
You tried.
So we get the set. So
Okay.
I have I'm learning from my child.
Nice.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Very
You
cool.
never played D&D.
I have never played D&D before.
What?
So we get the starter kit just because we hear from a friend saying, this would be a really good way for him to engage and bring in some other friends.
Totally. Yeah.
And as we get it, of course, he goes, Dad, can you DM? And I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
I don't even know what you're asking me.
But did you learn?
I didn't. I'll claim
But you
that I did.
tried.
We tried. We're looking. I'm like, I don't know. We got this. So, but I think it works out better because he, of course, says, "Well, all right, we'll figure this out," and you were able to then go with the club.
Yes.
And through this all, I think the result of me not taking it and he just took it by the horn and said, "I'm going to learn this." He's the DM.
Nice.
He's been able to dive into this so much more, and I'm asking him the questions.
Yes.
But yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I am the Padawan here, and
Nice.
he is the one I go to.
So Ethan, do you like being a player or a dungeon master more?
I actually prefer the player, but I guess I have to be the dungeon master because no one
nobody
else
else
really
wants to.
knows as much.
Isn't this how like 95% of dungeon masters are born?
It's classic,
Just
yeah.
because they're just like, I want to play, and nobody knows how to do this.
Yes, exactly. So you're probably going to be a dungeon master a lot in your life, but secretly that's my favorite role to play. So I think as you DM more and more, you might find that you enjoy it more and more. What are you planning to do with Dragon Heist? Are you going to run that for your friends?
Well, first I need to read about it a lot more.
You got to read that book. I know you just got it.
You can just ask
but
Kate for the cliff notes because she
This one-
worked on that book.
I didn't. I worked on it a little bit, but yeah, that's a really, really fun adventure to run. And so if you can get somebody else to DM for you, you'll have a good time. But I think you'd make a really good dungeon master on that one.
I mean, judging from his presentation skills, yes. I'm sorry, you have dungeon master in your blood.
That sounds like it. Yeah.
He was so good.
So Ethan, you mentioned too that you got your classmates into playing D&D.
Yeah.
So tell me more about how that worked. Did they didn't know about D&D? You were just like, hey, will you please play D&D with me? Or how did it go?
It was pretty much like that. And then I guess I didn't really know how to be a dungeon master that much during that time. So I guess I started off, I made a lot of mistakes,
Yes.
such
that's
as
normal.
giving people way too much gold, silver, like thousands and thousands at level 5.
Oh no.
That's okay. I mean, they'll like for them, they're like, this
You
is
said-
a great experience.
Yeah, I was like, you
love
sound
this
like a
game.
great dungeon
I know.
master. to
I don't
me,
think so
yeah.
far there's nothing. I'm not hearing the mistake.
Right. Same.
But then, well, farther back, I also started, I made this mistake recently when I kind of forgot a bit about managing my gold, but level 1, like thousands of platania.
Okay.
So it didn't really go so well, and I kind of had to say, okay, now you've gotten robbed.
There you go. See,
Oh,
that is
that is
that is the
amazing.
dungeon master way. If you make a mistake, guess what? You just fix it. That is
And
exactly
they
what you
don't
do.
know. The players don't
They
know.
have no idea. Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you. Maybe you've heard me talk about this. My first time DMing. It was my only time DMing. I was so excited, but really scared and nervous, and I prepared and prepared and prepared and prepared. And my critical mistake was that I prepared one way that this adventure could possibly go, which everybody knows. D&D is not on rails. There's
Right.
no way that you're going to know that your players are absolutely going to go right.
Yep.
And everything I had planned was to the left, basically.
Yep.
So when they turned left, immediately I was like,
Oh,
I
no.
just fell apart, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening, and I gotta go. Like I hated it. It was awful. I couldn't ever regain. I wasn't quick on the fly, and then I was sad about DMing for years. And then somebody who actually works on the D&D team and actually spends considerable time making rules for Dungeons and Dragons said this little bit of information. Oh, you don't have to know the rules.
No.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
You
Like,
definitely
we
don't.
have books and books of rules. Why are you the person who writes the rules saying that? And they were like, the only rule you need to know is that you have fun and just make sure your players have fun.
Yep.
So knowing that now, I still haven't DM'd, but I'm like warming up to it, is that you don't have to know what's going to happen at every turn. And you kind of innately knew that by like fixing the whole money situation. Like that would have crushed me. I would have just left the room and never came back. But you know that. And these are like good, like these are the skills that a good dungeon master needs to know.
Agreed.
Don't know. You don't have to know
No.
everything. You're
And-
just making stuff up.
And there's no way you can't mess up because your players are going to throw a
Yeah,
wrench
they
into
don't
your
know
plans
either.
every single time. So even the best laid plans, and I think under preparing is actually one of my favorite DM tips.
I'm going to have to agree with that.
Yeah, under prepare. That's I mean, obviously you want to have some monsters to throw at them and some NPCs that are interesting, but I think the less you prepare, the better.
Yeah.
So you got your friends at school into Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Okay, and are they enjoying it too?
From what I see, yes.
Okay, what characters are they playing?
For two of them, they pretty much kind of only like bards.
I love it. Okay.
I'm trying to get them to branch out a little bit.
That's so funny. They gravitated towards bards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is that, you think? Why do they like bards so much?
Because in my school we have like a big music program.
Oh, you gotta get those kids in on this.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
There's parties
so-
that are just bards.
Yep.
It's like can happen.
It's like running a rock band or something. Like people
Yeah.
people definitely
You're
do
like
that
a
in
road
Dungeons and
manager.
Dragons. Totally. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So they like playing bards. What is your favorite class to play?
I've only played a couple because, like I said, I haven't really gotten that much of a chance.
Sure.
But I tried playing a necromancer once.
Oh.
Okay.
I didn't get high enough to do any of the high-level necromancing, so I pretty much just went with the spells, necromancy spells.
Okay.
And I think that my favorite spell with that character was either Fireball or Blink.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, both very
Fireballs
good.
are good.
Very good
Yeah.
spells.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else have you played? What else did you try?
For my first character that I have,
Do you have a
Do you
representation
have a character
of that
sheet of your
character?
character? Yes.
Awesome.
Awesome.
This is your very first character.
yeah,
Okay, so tell
Okay,
me
tell
about
us
this
about
character.
it's basically your classic lawful good character,
Oh,
but
nice.
not really that lawful good.
They never really are.
Gold Dragonborn,
Oh, you went with the Dragonborn.
I
Yeah.
like that.
because I like dragons for that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Paladin,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
his name?
Drax.
Drax. It's a
Nice.
good name.
Yeah, and background was folk hero. Hero.
Cool.
So
He sounds awesome.
yeah, I kind of played him a bit more like I read up in the monster manual, and one time when we were fighting a rock, 5th level,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she didn't mean us to really fight it, but more of just, our DM Emma,
Yeah.
she's really good,
Emma's the one who got you, who
Yeah.
taught you how to play.
pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
She really, I don't think she attended for us to fight it that much, but we fought it, and someone who shall not be named got picked up in the rock's mouth, and
Oh, no.
classic thing.
Oh yeah.
They kind of dropped him but it was lower to the ground when he was coming down. So
Oh, okay,
that's
that's,
good.
good.
yeah, he was okay. But at the end, we found him running off the cliff of a rock's nest,
Oh,
Oh.
which like they nest in the mountains.
Yeah.
yes.
I
Yes,
wonder
I
what's
did.
going to happen to him.
Did he steal an egg or
Wait,
something?
we don't know the end of the story?
Yeah, we had to pause it right then.
Oh,
That's a good cliffhanger. Yeah, that's a really good one.
It's a 10-week session there.
okay.
Nice.
And so I'm going to have to do it next year because it's been maybe a couple months now,
Oh no.
maybe like 6 months.
So he's
and
just like hanging in midair over this cliff.
pretty much.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a great pause point. Another good DM tip.
Oh yeah, cliffhangers are the way to go. So I see you have another character sheet here. Tell me about your other character.
I made it is just I've never really played it. It's the exact opposite of Drax, chaotic evil
Whoa.
half elf.
Okay.
It's kind of rare for chaotic evil half elf.
Yeah, they're not. I don't usually associate them with
background outlander, but this is the
Wow.
reason why it's chaotic evil. Shadow sorcerer.
oh, fun.
evil. Shadow sorcerer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow Sorcerer. I love it. So you haven't had a chance to play this one yet.
That sounds like a fun one.
No.
Is this a relatively recent creation?
Maybe maybe a month ago.
Okay. So I have a challenging question for you.
Yeah.
How do you play a chaotic evil character when you're playing a game that's about a group that stays together? How do you make it so people want to keep being in the group with your chaotic evil character?
I do not really know.
I don't know either. I was hoping you knew.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah, this is I'm taking notes here. I've been trying to figure it out because chaotic evil is that's a person you probably don't want to hang out with that
Well,
much.
maybe
So
they
Yeah.
project their evil on the bad people.
or you're playing with another group of chaotic evil people.
Well, that would be crazy.
Yeah, a whole chaotic evil party might work out.
I
That'd
think
be kind of
as a
interesting.
dungeon master, I would say no to that group.
Yeah, that would be rough unless they're into a chaotic evil dungeon master.
If you're chaotic evil, I mean, can you control your impulses, or are you just always being a jerk?
Well, I think that's what makes it chaotic, right? Ethan, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm chaotic evil, I might not be evil all the time, but I'll be evil when it's fun,
Yeah.
right? Like
So you could benefit the party with your evilness.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit of
yeah.
control there. Or is it just out of control?
He's
Yeah.
like, and this, I don't want to talk about this.
Wait,
Let's talk about the fun stuff.
wait,
No, I want to know his take on
also,
this.
can you correct me if I'm wrong? Would a good chaotic evil character be a barbarian? How do you say zealot?
A zealot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're usually blessed by, I guess, evil gods.
Sure. Yeah, they
You
could
know
be.
a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I defer to your judgment on this. one, Ethan.
Yes.
But yeah, I think a zealot would make an incredible chaotic evil character.
I think you need to just make some characters.
One more thing. Would a bard with a College of Whispers also work?
Yeah, I mean, College of Whispers could go either direction, but you could absolutely be chaotic evil in the College of Whispers.
Yeah.
Those are all good choices. Maybe you should put together a group. Maybe you should make those characters and then just plop them in front of your friends and be like, let's try a chaotic evil session. Let's all be chaotic
Yeah.
evil. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Let me know how that goes.
Yeah, but I don't. But I'm wondering how you make a story for that.
Yeah, it's challenging.
You destroy an entire town.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
I don't know.
even good groups do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they become the murder hobos, right?
pretty much.
Yeah,
Accident.
that tends to be-
Accidents happen.
So you two, have you played D&D together?
Yeah, well, we started, when did the family started in mid-June?
Yeah.
yeah, so your sister plays too, right?
Yeah, she plays. She played with the group that I was playing with Emma.
With Emma.
I've also tried to do a couple sessions with her. I did Dungeons and Dragons for my birthday, so I got to do that with her.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
it's
she
nice
had-
that you play with her.
Yeah,
That's
she has a
cute.
character
You're a
named
good big brother.
Willow
Oh,
Wood Elf.
yes. This
Yeah.
is exactly the character I would make when I was
Yeah.
9.
Oh, for sure. What class is her Wood Elf?
I'm trying to remember, but I'm pretty sure it's a ranger.
Ranger.
Yeah.
Nice.
The classic combination. It's
Yes.
very good. And I'm seeing here that you are, Ethan, you're DMing Horde of the Dragon Queen. Is that true?
That's what I'm doing with my family.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
have you started?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Well, for one thing, let's see. I didn't expect this, but one for the backstory part, when they're rolling, my sister, she got, I'm secretly a gold dragon.
Oh,
One. And so I don't think if that my mom was supposed to do this, to know about this, but
Moms
she
know
put,
everything.
But for one section of it, when they were fighting the blue dragon that was coming in, my mom kind of said that if you kill her, you're killing one of her own. Which, since I was trying to figure this out because a gold dragon's,
They're metallic.
yeah, and a blue dragon's,
Chromatic.
yeah. So
Right.
how should I work this out? I kind of put it as it paused for a second, and then it was my sister's turn, which she basically thought, okay, a dragon, they must like shiny stuff.
Accurate. Yeah. I think everybody in the realms would know dragon equals shiny.
Yeah, but it had like a mission, I guess. So I'm surprised about this, but she did minor illusion and made like some diamonds like go really far away, and it actually failed its save. It failed its
save.
Yeah,
Amazing.
which is pretty rare.
Yeah.
And they all and the characters in the story also succeeded on every single lightning breath saving throw.
Whoa.
Wow.
DC 19.
Jeez.
What? Really?
Nice work.
Yeah.
But they still take half damage, right?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. But still, DC 19.
Could
That's
have had
intense.
a TPK there.
So, Brett, what character are you playing in this game?
What am I playing, Ethan?
Oh, you really do ask him
Human
all the
fighter.
questions.
A human fighter.
Human fighter. That,
Very
okay.
nice. Yeah.
Human fighter,
What's your
I
human
guess.
fighter's name, Brett?
Brett.
Gracious.
Brett.
On the spot.
Jet.
I'm sorry.
What is it, Ethan? Help me out, buddy. I should
I
have brought my
forg-
character sheet.
Yeah, where's your character sheet, Dad?
Back at
Come
the
on, Dad.
house.
That's okay. We'll
I
make it
just
up.
remember we had shooting arrows that blew up. That was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was excited about that.
Very cool. And so, how many sessions have y'all gotten to play as a family?
I've only gotten to play 2, but I'm hoping for more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since busy summer, cruises, that stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know how that
Details.
goes.
We know all
Oh,
about cruises.
Yeah.
and-
Phew. these summer cruises. Now, speaking of cruises, it says that you have been to Kenya before. You like traveling a lot.
Yeah.
Tell me about that trip. That sounds amazing.
I went on a safari in Kenya.
What?
Yeah, saw many animals.
What'd you like? What? What'd you see?
I'm pretty sure it was a cheetah,
What?
Jeez.
elephants.
Oh, I love elephants.
What else? Dad, can you please help me there? Hyena.
Lions.
Lions.
Did you guys see?
hyenas.
You saw lions?
Yeah.
Were you scared?
No.
No. You're brave. Braver than
I
me.
feel like all of this travel can also be good inspiration for your dungeon mastering,
I was just thinking that.
world building.
Yep. Yeah. The more you learn and the more you explore, the better a dungeon master you're going to
Yeah.
be. Because you're going to find out how weird the world actually is, how much wild stuff there is in the world that you could never have imagined in the first place. And then that'll just feed your imagination. So I think that's really cool that you like to travel. What are some other cool places you've been?
Trying to remember Armenia.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys do a lot of traveling.
We
Yeah.
go to the tour spots.
Alaska.
Nice. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Disneyland? I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've been there too. So
Ever hear of Crater Lake? It's really pretty.
We hit
Have
the
you been
local
to
spots
Issaquah?
too. And,
Nice.
you know.
That's really cool. That's so awesome. And you like traveling.
Yeah.
Do you like to take pictures or do you write stuff or
I guess I just like the sights I see there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, because they're a lot different from, I guess, Washington.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Don't
yeah.
just have cheetahs running around here.
And you mentioned that your school has a strong music program.
Yes.
Are you in the music program?
Yes.
Tell me more. What do you do? What do you play?
The bass.
The bass guitar?
No.
Like
the bass,
up-
like the
Oh,
stand-up.
well, I do
upright?
play the bass guitar
Okay.
a little bit, but mainly the acoustic bass.
You're like an upright bass?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm good-
what?
Yeah, I'm
You have
good.
to lug that thing around with you?
It's
Yeah.
huge, right?
Really?
Yeah.
You got
See, I played
I
the
think I
flute.
lugged
yeah,
it around
yeah.
for
Dad gets to
It doesn't.
lug
It
around.
doesn't end.
How long have you been playing the bass?
Quick thing, 3 years.
Wow. And what made you choose that?
I think I was starting with a violin or viola.
Yeah.
And you were like, "This is too small. I need something bigger."
No,
More expensive, please.
but then even before I got the violin or viola, I thought, well, maybe I should try something that no one else is doing.
Oh, see, that's an excellent personality trait.
Yeah.
Ethan.
And you don't play a bard.
Maybe he would if people would let him play.
Really.
Sorry.
Probably not, because I already do play music a lot in my home life.
Right. So I have a similar thing where I don't ever play humans because I'm already a
Me
human.
either. I'm the same way.
Like I'm already a human. Why would I want to escape into a world where I'm just going to play a human
Right.
again? Are you that way too?
I guess a little bit.
Yeah. I see you got a dragonborn and a half elf. So you haven't played a human yet.
Well, I think I might have. It's just I don't really remember.
He
Yeah.
wasn't
I
memorable for
create
you.
characters, except for I don't really play them, I guess.
That's fine. A lot of people are
Oh
that
yeah,
way.
people just create characters for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll sit there with your friends, like, especially ones that aren't even playing the game, and they'll ask you to create character sheets. Like, your cousins recently were asking, can you create some characters for us?
So I started creating a new character that I'm still working on. Imagine the classic surfer dude
Okay.
for medieval times.
Okay.
Whoa, medieval
I'm there.
surfer dude.
All right. Medieval surfer dude. I love
Basically, only surfs on the biggest and best.
it.
Nice. Kind of. I think this could go badly, but more the danger, the more the fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good philosophy.
adrenaline
Good.
junkie,
Dad's like,
yeah.
whoa, whoa. That only applies to certain things, like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, like surfing on Tatsumis.
So yeah, like tsunamis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean tsunamis.
What is his surfboard made out of?
I'm just thinking a regular surfboard.
Okay, what if it was magical in some way? What class is he?
He's a storm sorcerer.
Oh, another storm sorcerer. Oh,
Yeah.
the shadow sorcerer. Storm sorcerer is an amazing choice for a surfer because potentially he could manipulate the wind and the
Right.
water, right?
Yeah.
Say, if you don't-
Create his own waves.
Yeah, pretty
You'll
much.
never
That's
have a
kind of
bad
awesome.
surfing day.
I think maybe if you were to play that, if I was your dungeon master and you were playing this character, I would put you on a quest to find a specific magical surfboard that could, I don't know, what would
Fly?
it do? Oh, flying would be very good. And then you could surf on clouds and
Oh,
stuff like that,
yeah.
like big clouds. All right, flying surfboard it is. I love it. All right. Whenever you want to play. Hit me up. We'll do this.
That sounds fun.
I love dungeon mastering.
So your presentation.
Yes.
Let's go back to this for a
Yes.
minute. So if people haven't, we're going to put a link to it when
Got
this
it.
airs so people can watch it. But for those of us who or have people who haven't seen it yet, what can you tell them about? Like, what was just like the general overview? Like, how did you decide what to present about D&D?
I guess it just took a lot of thinking.
Yeah.
I guess I just let it come to me, pretty much.
What? Like a dungeon master again. So you had like certain points that you wanted to hit to make sure people knew about, or you were just like, I'm just going to get up here and talk about D&D.
Certain points to hit.
Yeah. Because you had slides too.
Yeah.
You showed another great video. My other favorite video about D&D, that box video.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's a really
good.
good one.
Yeah.
That was part of your presentation too.
Yeah, I really like
That's
it.
really good.
All right, we've covered a lot here, but we haven't covered the most important topic, which is the Adventure Zone. I hear that you're a big Adventure Zone fan. Have you listened to all of it?
All that's come out.
Okay. I mean, that's all that I'm aware of. Yeah. I listened to the Balance arc, that first arc that they did, and I haven't listened to anything since then, but I've listened to Balance like 5 times. I am such a big. Which of the Balance characters is your favorite?
Well, I like it since they did like some other like one shots
Yes.
with the same characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
For one of the one shots, I really liked it. Taco with the Kraken, I guess.
Yeah, Taco. Gosh, Taco is so good. I think he's my favorite too.
Yeah. He used a plank to board the ship
Uh-huh.
as a surfboard.
Oh yeah. All right. So I see why you like him.
Surfboard.
Yeah.
There's a theme here.
There's definitely a surfboard theme. Have you gotten to see their live show? Have you ever been able to go?
No.
Okay. Well, I know that there's a big pouty lip coming out, Dad. Sorry about that.
Oh, no.
No.
Sorry.
There is they usually come around about once a year to do a live show in Seattle. It is so hard to get tickets. I've never been able to do it, but one of these days.
Didn't you?
Keep an eye out.
Were you the DM for them?
Yeah.
Or did you play alongside
I
them?
was. So there was an event we did back in, was it June?
June.
June. We in Los Angeles, we did an event called The Descent where we did a bunch of live streaming Dungeons and Dragons games, and I got to Dungeon Master for Clint and Travis McElroy. It was awesome. I freaked out when I found out that they were going to be at my table. I've met the two of them. They are amazing. I haven't gotten to meet Griffin or Justin yet, but
One
fingers
day.
crossed we'll get those boys in here one of these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must have been lots of humor at that table.
It was insane.
Yes.
It was completely insane. Like Travis and I have met briefly once before, but it was my first time meeting Clint. And so I had this table. It was all boys, all guys at the table, and they were rowdy. They were rowdy boys, and they were messing with me. And because like half that table are friends of mine that mess with me all the time, including my own dungeon master was one of my players at my table. And so he was just like, because I needle him every single week, and
Paybacks.
he was messing with me so bad. But it was a blast. Those McElroys, I'm sure your paths will cross someday. But they're really sweet guys. I'm glad you're an Adventure Zone fan. Anybody out there who hasn't listened to Adventure Zone, I don't think any of you exist, but if you do, definitely need to give it a listen. Probably my favorite live play show.
Yeah, it's one of the ones at night. I mean, he's got his iPod right there, and he's just playing those. And I was
Aw.
asking me, Dad, is the next one down? Has it come down yet?
Does it come down
Not
yet?
ever yet. It's be there. It'll be there.
And I won't tell you any spoilers, but Travis is DMing the next big arc that they're doing, and he actually asked me for story help on his
No
world building.
way.
Oh yeah. So I got to do
What?
a consultation on the next Adventure Zone
Oh my
arc.
god, that's amazing.
I know.
When's
Love
that
it.
coming out?
I don't know. I have no idea. But we had a call where he like broke down the world for me and asked me for feedback and got all that. I was like, I'm so happy to do this. Oh, and Clint was like, hey, can you help me make a character? And so
Oh my God.
it's just a little
Just
humble brag.
another day in the life of Kate Welch.
Me. This is just a show about me now. Okay, so you said your favorite book is Xanathar's, right? Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
Yeah, that was before I got all the other books, but
Oh,
But-
whoa.
yeah, but I really like Xanathar's Guide to Everything because of, I guess, the options that it gave to all the new characters.
Dude, I know, right? I think that's why, as far as I know, Xanathar's is the most popular 5th edition book that we have ever put out exactly for that reason, because there are so many player options. Because so many of our books are Dungeon Master books, right? That's like an adventure or monsters, and there's so few that players get new options. But that's why I love Xanathar's too, was all those player options.
Kate worked on that one too.
I didn't.
Oh,
No.
you
That was
didn't?
before my time.
She didn't work on that one.
My first one was Mordenkainen's.
Oh, that's what
Do
I'm
you
thinking.
have that
of.
one? Do you have Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I got it all.
The Volos.
He's got books that haven't even
Mordenkainen's.
come out yet. This kid's got so much D&D. Tell us what our 2021 schedule is. Ethan.
Yeah, seriously, I'd like to know.
Okay, so what is if you had to put together a dream group of people to play Dungeons and Dragons with, is there anybody on your list?
Well, like, what do you mean by that? Do you mean
Living
like,
or dead? Anyone?
Anybody.
Anyone in the world.
They don't even have to know what Dungeons and Dragons is. It's just
They're going to say yes.
cool
You ask,
person.
they say yes.
They'll play D&D with you.
probably the group that I have that I'm playing with right now?
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
That's so nice. How many people? Is it just you and 2 others?
No, it's, let me think.
Who
Is that
are they? Who are they?
Bridget, Liam, Ben, and my sister.
Nice. Okay, so that's a
That's
big
great,
group.
yeah.
And how many sessions have y'all played together?
So far only one.
Oh, okay. All right. But is this going to be the base for your D&D club at school?
Maybe, maybe not. I
cool.
don't really know.
Well, let's talk about that D&D club, because this is a new thing. Didn't you say recently somebody asked you to start a D&D club?
No one asked me to really start it. I kind of just wanted to do it.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
So what did your teacher think of your presentation? I hope you got a good grade on this.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. First of all, let's start there. And then what kind of feedback did your teacher give you?
I guess she wanted me to put in a little bit more about Gary Gygax.
oh, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really put in as much as maybe I should have on that part.
Did you say, yeah, I'll work on that right after I'm interviewed on the official Dungeons and Dragons podcast?
Gary Gygax, who?
Yeah, sorry. I'll add that in, but I'm kind of busy right now preparing for my interview on the official D&D podcast.
What did Em and Chris think about it? Those are his teachers.
Oh, okay.
They thought it was really good, just all in all. I guess I don't really remember their exact comments that they had because it was, I guess, a couple months ago.
Okay, but they liked it.
Yeah.
They
And
thought it
now
was
you're
good.
going to do a club, a D&D club at school.
And
Yeah.
what is the plan? Are you guys going
Yeah.
to meet once a week? What's your goal?
My goal is probably trying to do it once a week.
Okay.
It's mainly, I guess, maybe doing an adventure for part of the time.
Cool.
Maybe from other part of the time for the club. Maybe just like talking about D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one of the most fun things about D&D is making your own stuff. So it could be cool to have meetings where you guys write your own adventures or you make up your own monsters and then you can use those in your game going forward. It's so much fun to create your own stuff. And if you're having fun with it, you're doing it right. Like, there's no way to do it wrong. Wouldn't that be a blast?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of making your own content, you have a map with you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see this giant map.
Tell me about this map and what it's for and why you made it.
I made it originally for, I guess, 2 people that I was going to go and do like a little adventure with.
Okay.
I started when the map was really
Holy
small.
Oh, this keeps getting bigger.
It's all taped together graph paper, huh? Wow.
Anyway,
God, we have to show this to Chris Perkins. This is
Holy
amazing.
cow. Wow. This is beautiful.
Yeah, I started when the map was smaller, but I'm just keep on going bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
yeah,
what
you
is?
are.
Tell me about what this is a map of.
I still don't really have a name for the town.
Okay, it's a whole
So
town.
you've made this up. This is all right out of your imagination.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. And so this is a town, and is this going to be a place where your group will get to adventure?
Well, some people have already started adventuring in it,
Okay.
but I guess when it's finished, aka never.
It'll just keep growing.
I think you might be a game designer.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
So when it's finished, I think about actually doing like a group of new people
Yeah.
and just adventuring around in it.
That sounds amazing. I love
Yeah,
it.
I'm very curious about what all these colored in rectangles.
Yes.
Looks like we got some coffins in here.
These
or
are
just like a-
buildings. These are top-down
Okay.
buildings in the town, right?
Top-down.
Because I
Yeah.
see the mill and I
Oh,
see the
yep. Okay, I see the
armory.
word mill.
I see the temple. Yeah, and there's a lake over there.
Oh, that temple is gorgeous.
that is a really beautiful temple.
Yeah, it took me a bit to make.
Yeah, it looks
okay.
like
The
it.
lake.
Yeah.
And then what is that square that says
the West Pasture.
The West Pasture. Okay.
Yes.
When I was really small, I started making like 4 pastures all around to make it maybe a little storyline in there or something like
Yeah.
that. But I haven't really
Definitely.
gotten to that yet.
That
this is
incredible.
inspiration for you too. You can just look at your map and be like, I don't know where I'm going to take them today. Oh, the West
Yeah.
Pasture. What could happen there?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So when you're creating your own town, what's your inspiration? Like, are you looking at existing D&D maps and trying to inspire yourself that way, or?
Well, I'd originally just got started from, do you know the book that kind of had the history of D&D
Yeah.
on it?
Yeah.
On the very front cover, it had like all those places that looked pretty much a bit like a map here.
Yeah.
So I got my inspiration from that, and I guess I just kept on going.
Cool. That's so awesome. Your group must be pretty excited about this. They must be ready to play in this town,
Yeah.
right?
And the club is
Yeah.
going to be excited about this. Can I give you a tip about your club?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you need to train up some dungeon masters.
Yes.
Just don't even give them a choice. Just be like, hey, you're all going to learn how to be dungeon
Yeah.
masters because you need more DMs.
Yeah.
Empower them to run games, and then you can just like sit back, play if you
That's
want,
right.
DM
Yeah.
if you want, but you'll have more people.
Yeah, I probably will need that.
Maybe you can teach a dungeon master class as
Yeah.
part of your club.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I know that you maybe don't feel like you have a grasp on all the rules, but that could be the number one thing that you teach people. It's just like, you don't have to know the rules.
Yeah.
As long as you're creating a fun time for the people at the table, you're doing it right. And that's the number one thing to know about D&D. And then, the math and all that. But that's secondary. So if you create more dungeon masters, then it helps us and everybody in the community who wants to play Dungeons and Dragons is like, you can create a bunch of dungeon masters and they go out and they find their tables and they run them, and then that's because you taught them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yes.
So how are you going to
Just the
get
idea.
people to join the club? Does the school help you promote it, or do you
I
just?
am hoping that the school will help me promote it, I guess, because I'm going to go and see the assistant principal for the first week of school.
To
Cool.
talk about your club?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
how many
that's a
peop-
good reason to go see the principal.
Yeah. How many kids go to your school?
About maybe 700.
Okay. All right. I bet you'll get a lot of people.
I bet you're going to be
interested.
doing this more than once a week. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell you
So
this.
I was mentioning earlier the Lake Washington Girls Middle School.
Yep.
We've had Ethan Schoonover as an interviewee on Dragon Talk before, but he was teaching and running a D&D club and a summer camp and a class at that school. And I think there's only a couple hundred girls who go
Yeah.
to that school, and their club was packed. Like they had 30, 40 members by the end, I think. So you might have a lot
That's
of
why
interest.
you're going to have to train up the dungeon masters.
That's right,
Like maybe
yeah.
every day of the week there's a different dungeon master.
Ooh.
'Cause you could potentially. I'm just saying it might, especially after your presentation, you might get a lot of kids that want to play.
Yeah, listen, I know that you're still in school, but maybe it's time to start a business. A Dungeons and Dragons school, an academy.
You know, you can. There have recently been a lot of articles about how people are making. They have got a nice little side hustle going, as renting themselves out as dungeon masters.
It's true. Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah.
one day,
Yeah.
how old are you? 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a year.
In
Yeah.
like a year.
It's gotta be 13. before
It's
we
the
start
new.
that.
It's the new paper route. There are no newspapers in. Do you even know what a newspaper is?
Yes.
back in my day, kids had to carry big, heavy bags filled with rolled up newspapers and deliver them to people's doors. I didn't because I was super lazy.
What other kinds of games are you into?
Other games, I guess I've heard about a game that I might want to try. Mutants and Masterminds. I just heard about it, and I might want to try it. That's something that might want to get into.
Nice.
And then there's also like some smaller games known as Settlers of Catan.
Oh, yeah.
Heard of that.
Monopoly.
Never heard of it. It's probably not going to last.
Shelly is
Minecraft.
Oh yeah, you're a
love
Minecraft person.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I like Minecraft too.
Have you ever heard of Dungeon Mayhem?
Sadly, no.
Well,
That
it's
is
time to
sad.
school him. It's time to school him. I guess
It's a D&D card game.
maybe we could. I mean, maybe there's a copy of it laying
There
around.
might be.
There might be a copy
Might
of
be
it.
something we can help you with.
My favorite board game is Betrayal at House on the Hill. Have you ever played that one?
Again, sadly, no.
Okay. All right. Well,
I might be able to help you out with
might
that.
be able to help you out. This is so Shelly runs our whole board game division here at Wizards of the Coast. So she's got access to some pretty
got-
cool games, just in case
Yeah.
you guys need to
I know
pile
someone.
stuff up in your car on the way home.
You're not flying home, so
Oh, nice. Good.
That
Yeah,
helps.
that's right. That's right.
yeah, you're just driving.
Shelly, do you have any further questions
Yeah.
for our incredible guests?
Your presentation or your paper that you brought, what was the name of your paper? Why you should play Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we're probably, gosh, I feel
We're
like I could talk
close.
to you forever.
I know.
Why don't you just tell us some of the reasons? You don't have to read from your presentation unless you really want to, but why should people play Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, I guess it's a reason that you should probably play Dungeons and Dragons is it can help with empathy because, as you might know, they make way too many mistakes as the players might actually be if they knew how the story would go in Dungeons and Dragons. So I guess you have to have empathy for the players because, well, they make mistakes and, like, everyone's humans and human makes mistakes, so that's how it goes.
Yes.
I think that is the number one reason to play
And
Dungeons
it's-
and Dragons.
And that
I
is
agree.
empathy is something that not a lot of people have. It's hard for people to. Not everybody just has that trait, and it's one of the most important things you can have as a human being, as you said. So that is great.
That is a wonderful answer.
Do you find that playing D&D with your friends has actually like strengthened your friendships outside of the game? Do you feel like you're a little closer to these people?
For one person, like at the beginning of the year, I knew him just a little bit, but now I think we're good friends.
Yeah, it's amazing how that happens.
Yeah, his name is Ben.
Hey Ben.
He's gotten I think he's gotten 3 of the books so far, even though
Wow.
all the core rule books,
Nice.
and I'm pretty
Oh.
sure if he could, he would get more books.
So you're saying we owe you like a commission here?
No, 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 no.
Looking for royalties?
What do you want? You want like 10% of every book that you get your friends to buy?
No, 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 no,
Side hustle. I like it.
no, 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 no.
Brett, what has been, as a parent, what has been your, what's been the observation that you've made about Ethan, like before Dungeons and Dragons and after Dungeons and Dragons? What has changed?
He's finding his clan, his group, and in a day like the society today can be really hard
Oh yeah.
for kids to find where they fit.
Yeah.
And the finding D&D, and then as you just start talking about it, someone, oh, I know D&D, and
Yeah.
you start to just bond. And
Yeah.
it's not always one where until we got the set, we didn't really know people that were playing D&D. And between this, I mean, just to get to here and to be on Dragon Talk, I mean, there's a lot of just, oh, we have a D&D kit, and then you do the club, and you meet Emma, and Emma really, gets you excited about this. And then from there, there's an opportunity to write the paper. And we haven't mentioned Ethan's Gilsdorf, who was interviewed.
Oh yeah.
Ethan,
He's I
He's
saw
the
your video
connection.
because he posted it on Twitter.
but it was him just seeing the work from Ethan. And then from there, you guys, and then just, you might have seen yesterday on Twitter, just finding, I put out there, what should Ethan have in his collection? And so many people, I just
Yes.
love where they're like, some people say books and they're wonderful, and they're like, get friends, and it's like, I mean, because that's part of bringing it together is this, there's that social capital developed, and I love that about watching him grow and just being able to find that group of people he relates to and enjoys.
That's
You
awesome.
Clearly learned a lot in just a year that you've been playing D&D. I mean, like, Kate is a game designer. She works on Dungeons and Dragons, and you're talking to her. I will admit I don't know 90% of what you guys were just talking about, but you do. Like, you already, like, you're so invested in it. And there's just like there's so much more for you to keep discovering too, and keep building on your own. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about your future, Ethan.
Yeah.
I feel like
We're invested
we
now.
could be like coworkers one day. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'll probably still be here.
cremated.
You can sit next to my ashes a little bit. I'll make sure they sprinkle a little bit of me on your desk.
Well, whatever they suggested that you should round out your collection with, I'm sure we can probably send you home with it today. So yeah, we'll
You're
get,
going home with.
yeah.
Sorry about that kitchen table.
I don't know how much swag we were planning to send you home with, but I'm like, how much can we pile on these people?
Pelham is pretty generous.
Okay, good. I think we're gonna hook you up.
And you
today
know
then.
what? We got a little something for summer too, because I have a big brother, and he always got like stuff, and I was like, oh, me, no. So we make sure that I always take care of the little sisters, so she's gonna get her own little swag
Yay.
bag too.
Phew. Now I don't need to share.
Now you don't have to
something.
share.
That's the real reason.
I like this kid.
Yeah, she'll have her own.
All right. Was there anything else you want people to know? Anything else you guys want to talk about while you're here?
You first.
Yeah, you first,
Come on,
Dad.
Dad.
No, I mean,
You're in
this
this
is-
too now.
Like I just go back on just watching the D&D. My brother played a little bit when I was, back in the '80s, and one of my middle brother there, and that was my introduction in very small stuff. And then later, I love that he starts with just the game and what it brings. I love how he's finding the empathy and the
Yeah.
collaboration that comes with this and building the friends. And then from there's all these other things that can grow and come from it in terms of, just getting more of the minis and other things. But it's all just about that bonding. I just love that part
Yes.
of this. So
It's
it's
the best.
exciting to see. And the imagination. Holy cow.
Yes.
This whole thing. And him and his sister sit outside and swing in the backyard, and they're just talking about the D&D world, and it's all this stuff is going on. I'm like, holy cow, you are so in your space right
Yes.
now. And
That's
I love
so
that.
good.
So cool.
And like, you're clearly a great dad, and Laura is a great mom, because you guys are like, you're totally feeding this. And like, the D&D themed birthday party, those balloons. I'm like, why didn't I ever think to get a D, an N, and a D balloon? Like, they looked amazing.
That's awesome.
And then like in the cake, Laura baked a cake, but
Yes, she did.
as was it a D20? What was it? Or
D12.
a D12?
Well,
What D20?
he turned 12. That's why.
Oh, that's
Oh,
perfect.
yes.
When he's 20, we'll do D12.
Yeah, there you
All
go.
right.
There you go.
So you got time to perfect that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
So
challenge.
like that's amazing. Like you're doing such good work.
Yes,
So-
thank you guys. Thank you both. It is honestly so cool to meet both of
I
you.
know.
I'm so happy that you made the trip.
We're very
Thank you.
happy that
This
you're
is-
part of
this
this
has been
community
wonderful.
now.
Everybody, I've been watching the chat on Twitch, by the way, and everybody's like, when does this kid start his own Twitch stream? This kid's going to be a superstar. I can't wait to see where this kid
remember
goes.
us.
Yes. Yeah, remember us when you're famous, please.
Yes. You remember Kate and Shelley? Remember if they interviewed me on that? What was that podcast called?
Dragon Talk.
so many of
I've
them.
had so many interviews.
See, here, remember Dragon Talk. We got him.
There
we
you
got him.
go. Yes. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you. You're wonderful. Keep spreading the word.
Yep. And thanks
Do
for
good work.
Thanks for loving D&D.
Will you please keep us posted on what happens with your D&D club and everything?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Thanks. I'll give you my email address.
Okay.
Oh,
Give my dad
she
it.
might.
I'll give your dad my email address.
So I'm not gonna like say she will, but she does sometimes visit D&D clubs.
It's true. I went to the Lake Washington Girls Middle School a couple of times to talk to them and to give advice, and I'd happily come visit you guys.
I mean,
whenever.
she's your friend now. You can just be like, my friend Kate's gonna drop by our club.
That's right.
today."
Happy to. Love
Yep.
to.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So get that club going.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Done. Easy.
All
Well,
right.
thank you.
Thank you,
you.
Shelley.
Thank you for being here. Kate, thank you so much for being here as well.
you, Shelley.
I'm pretty sure that after this podcast, like Bravo Television is going to call us
Oh,
and be like, they
absolutely.
need their own show.
As long as Greg Tito's not involved.
Right? We've been plotting for years to get rid of him. Have fun wrestling those bears, Tito.
Yep.
And that's it. I think we're going to wrap this up.
All right.
This wonderful episode of Dragon Talk. Thank you again, Ethan, Brett,
Thanks to Ryan and Pelham.
and Ryan and Pelham
Yay.
for always being here for us.
Yes, that's right.
All right.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Or good afternoon. It's not really nighttime. It could be.